whenever you're going to run double outside corner blitz, you had me at corner blitz. I'm in. Then you added double. You had a double outside corner blitz. Oh my gosh. Let's take a look at the play call this week that hit just a little bit different.
This one hit different.
And we got our guy out here in this game. And now a shout out to somebody on Twitter who kind of saw this and it put a bulb in my head. So this was not my original idea or anything on this as far as what I think happened here in this play call. But I wonder if this is not something that the Seahawks have. Now, one of the things that's been going on this year with the Seahawks is that they've been dealing with the highest blitz rate in all of football. The most stacked boxes, well, not about the top 5 blitz rate, sorry. But they've been dealing with the most stacked box rate of anybody in football. And stacked boxes can easily become blitzes. And what a lot of coaches, it seems like, are kind of doing just based on every other week we're seeing this executed by our opposition is that they see the condensed splits and now I can blitz out of those condensed splits because you have in these situations a little bit of what you will see right here. They're seeing a look our Seattle here prior to the snap, and that I'm not sure that this blitz was called per se, or as much of Mike Macdonald's special where he says, if you see that, this becomes this. If you see that, we're double blitzing the corners off the edge. And as you can see in the formation here, this is a tighter formational split here by the offense. It's the wide receivers are in a little bit of a tighter split towards the line of scrimmage. Thus, giving your Reek Woolens down here or your Jobs on the top a shorter pathway to get to the quarterback. If Woolen's out here, he's got to go all the way there to get to the quarterback. Imagine this is where the quarterback sets up in the pocket. If he's here, he's got a quick, easy, straight path there. Likewise with Job. Job's out here another 5 yards. That's another 10 steps he's got to, 10 steps he's got to kind of run to get to the quarterback if he's going to blitz. So Mike goes, well, if they're going to go in, we're going to go condensed here. We see that. You're going to be in tighter alignment. You've got 4.2 speed. You should be able to get right back in there. And then Job, you come from the other side so that if this running back is on blitz pickup and he takes away our first guy, the second guy has a good chance of likely getting home. And so let's play it out and see what happens. Just that. Now, I'm going to show a couple things on this play. First, Arante Arose completely blows his block on the outside. I don't know what he's done because the Texans actually block this up really well. They don't see it coming, I don't think, but they block it up really well. And as you can see, first things first, Woolen's speed causes the running back to go, yeah, I'm coming over here. He goes right to Woolen. That's your biggest concern. That's your worry. So you would have this blocked up initially. But what's happened as we come back to this is DeMarcus Lawrence is getting sort of double teamed. He's getting chipped to the double. And it's a weird kind of chip because I think DeMarcus Lawrence Lawrence plays this like a vet. He really does. So rather than most vets here would just sort of dispense with the tight end, like get out of my way, or they'd make this block as quick as possible. Watch what DeMarcus does at the top of the screen. He doesn't full on hold the tight end. He delays the tight end. It's not a holding, it's a delaying, okay? The problem comes into play here is that Arose is waiting on the delay. So Arose doesn't pick up this blitzer because he's waiting for his man. And ideally on the timing of this play from a Texan standpoint, bang, you hit DeMarcus Lawrence with a quick chip, boom, and you're out in space. You don't get held up 1,000, 2,000, 3. Okay, now I can go. So very smart here by DeMarcus Lawrence as he doesn't try to press this. Thus, he keeps Arose kind of shallow. So Arose doesn't get as deep maybe in a drop as he would if he's just trying to roll that hard. And then it's a real subtle thing, but watch this. If Lawrence goes to his outside shoulder here, if he pushes this upfield, these two guys run into each other. This thing becomes a logjam there. So him slow rolling this, keeping Arose at this depth here rather than at like the depth here, allows then Job to have the free path. It's a great play call, yeah. But this is also phenomenal execution across the board. Woolen first gets eliminated. Bang. Here comes Job. He flushes the play, forces the throw. And he gets the free rush because Arose is too shallow. But wait, there's more. I talked about Ernest Jones. Watch what this man does in coverage on this play to C.J. Stroud. And think about this from the perspective of what C.J. Stroud's seeing on the drop. First and foremost with C.J., he's dropping back, and he's got to understand he's got the double corner blitz coming. So whatever time clock you initially had is going like this. So the speed up is already happening, meaning what initial read he looks at on the field, snapshots taken, That's the snapshot in his head he's going to probably go with as he steps up in the pocket to have to throw it in kind of a panicked fashion. Ernest Jones is the man to watch on this play. Remember the thing I talked to you guys about, the hip flipping, the fooling the quarterbacks. We've seen him do it to Kyler Murray. Watch this here. Flips it back the other way. And so I'm going to this is one where I really want you to watch slow motion. So here's the snapshot from Stroud. Double corner blitz, heating me up. I can feel the fire. It's coming. It's coming. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ursay just totally blew that block. Oh my God. He's free rushing at me now. I'm going to have to step up here and throw it to that read that I just snapshotted. Steps up. Here's his snapshot read. He can feel this defender has stayed sunk down here. Here's his read. And since he's thinking Jones has picked up this guy, again, look at where Jones is at. If you're a quarterback looking at that and you want to throw that ball into here, what part of Jones's body language or how his leverage is faced tells you that there's a threat with him to flip back over and go and pick this ball off? This feels like a pretty safe throw. There's no safeties in the middle of the field. They've blitzed, so you've got the numbers on the back end because of the blitz. 2 corners are blitzed on this play. Beauty of Mike Macdonald's defense, and something you heard about his defense, even from our own Seahawks after they played him in Baltimore, it feels like you're playing with 13, 14 guys on the field. You shouldn't be able to blitz 2 outside corners, and then you still have everything pretty well locked up in coverage to where it's down now to this one read. But even with that one open read, Jones flips the hips, and he can be on his knees and still make the play because he has fooled C.J. Stroud so well. And this is the beauty of blitzing. There's no time for the quarterback to go through multiple reads, to think of multiple things through, to let things just develop. You force their decision-making, and you force it fast, too fast. It's a great job, and C.J. Stroud, to me, did a really good job in this game throughout of stepping up the pocket. And I really, if I'm a coach, I can't blame him for making this throw. It's maybe he could put a little bit on the back body of the receiver, away from but he doesn't know the leverage of Ernest Jones is coming into this play. He's not considering that that's even a possibility here with Jones. I mean, look at that. Jones's back is to the receiver right now, completely back to the receiver. As a quarterback, there's no way you're thinking he's going to just make that play and just bang, bang, come back to it like that. Great play by him. Great play call by Mike Macdonald. Well executed by the corners, getting off the edge there. Awesome job by DeMarcus Lawrence as well to throw one more on top with his kind of wherewithal there. Because in holding up Schultz as well, what does he do? He also removes the hot route read there for CJ. So now instead of CJ being able to go, oh, I got the blitz, throw it out to my leaking tight end out in the backfield. And how many times did they hit the leaking out tight end in the backfield in this game, especially out of play action? But you took that away with DeMarcus there. So now he's just got to come back to his pure read down the field. And now he's only got so many numbers to throw to or take the sack. You put him in a pickle, you put him in a bind, and there's no easy outs there. Love the play calling in this football game. Love Mike Macdonald's willingness to dial up more of a pressure on a given week. Not an every week thing that needs to be required, but just that you go on certain weeks where you know you can attack a piss poor offensive line. Let's go at it that way. Let's get after where they are vulnerable and weak. And if you've got an amazingly great offensive line and they pick up blitzes phenomenally, and well, then maybe that's a week where you don't dial it in as much. Right? And that you look to tactically choose the tool that's best for the battle of the week. You don't just pick out the same tool every week and say, this is the best for battle.